let's say you're going back to a game. What do the fans yell at you for the most?
What do they yell at me for?
Yeah,
the
like, or
most?
what do they? Because we're watching people walk by, different athletes, and they'll be like, interception, 92. Like, what is it that people will scream at you or remember for? If they're like, can I get an autograph? And they want to share a memory with you.
That's a tough one. 'Cause I spent a lot of time in Jacksonville. I'm part of the game day production right there in the stadium. I get all sorts of stuff. I mean, the 90-yarder from Freddie, you retired Dan Marino. You know, when we beat them 62-7. I love that game, or even the Pittsburgh game, when the 234, the Steeler killer and the Dolphin killer. And,
That's cool to have a killer,
cool.
any
Yeah,
killer
that's cool.
name. What's it like to break one that's like over 70, 80, 90? When you see a lot of green ahead, like, do you, in your mind, can you outrun everybody on the field the whole time?
oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I would always be like,
You know what? That was always the easy part for me. Like, I'm like, you're in trouble if I get in the open. I've never been run down. So I wasn't ever worrying about them catching me. And to go back to that 90-yard touchdown against the Dolphins in a playoff, which is still a playoff record since '99, I was laughing on my way to the end zone because I knew I had Brock Marion behind me, the same guy my rookie year, the year before, that I skirted off on that 80-yard touchdown on the first play of Monday night. They never knew how fast I was because I was big. They thought, oh, he's a big guy, he's not that fast. Then when we get out there, it was lights out, like you weren't going to catch me. So anytime I got a little crease, I would tell my lineman, just give me a little crease. I would say, look, I'm lubed up, ready to go. I just need a crack. Sorry about that. And, they bust their butts to give me a crack. And once I get through there, man, one missed tackle and I'm out. Exhilarating, like it's the best feeling ever.
I was just thinking about how you would run the ball, because again, you are you have a very physical presence because you're Jack dude.
He's a big dude.
I just wouldn't
Yes.
think that you'd be able to fly like people realize you're able to fly. On the field at times, would some of those guys be like, Fred, we had no idea you were this fast.
See, so I did on purpose. What I would do is I would go and stand by the biggest lineman, so it would make
You would
me
look smaller?
look smaller. And then on game day, I would run through the defensive backs warm-up drill. So when they would see me in person, they would go, whoa, this kid, he's really big. Like, I didn't think you were that big. I was 6'1", 228 when I played. When I was younger, I was 4'2", like 4'2", 8.
That big and that fast.
Catch them off guard a little bit. But my game was, I felt like I can do it all.
What were you like in high school?
I was a 100-meter guy. I ran 100 meters, like 212.
What size were you in like 12th grade?
6 feet, 6'1", 212.
Was it like man amongst boys?
That was cheating.
Yeah.
Yep. I have some games I have 3 carries for, $150, $180.
That's like Madden
And my
stuff.
coach would take me out. Yeah, try to rest me for the next game. Rare that I would play past halftime.
What about when you went to college, and that's a level jump, obviously? Were you still a bit fast for the game?
Everybody's fast then, but I still had elite speed at my size and the position I played. I just didn't know how dominant I could be. So I would always practice hard, and I would look at my teammates and go, why do they look like they're practicing in slow motion? So eventually the difference became you were ready for the next level, and they weren't. And there's no knock on them, but they didn't make it to the next level. And, I had some issues earlier on in my college career that sort of, minimized my play time, but eventually I became the man, and Coach Spurrier trusted in my abilities, and he started feeding me the ball more in a passing offense back in those days. And I had a stretch of a few good games. I was able to parlay that into, great workouts for my pro draft day, and eventually being drafted 9th overall. So
The Pivot's the podcast, right?
Yep.
You guys
Pivot.
Yeah, and it's really cool because there's a lot of NFL perspective. It's not just you.
Right.
So if people listen to the Pivot, what are they hearing? What are you guys talking about? What motivates you guys as ex-players to still talk about something? Like, do you feel like your perspective is still fresh and needed, or is it more like old school, like this is how it should be back in the day?
No, it's really just a locker room vibe. Then we kind of, integrate like culture and real lifestyle. Like, we try to be as transparent and authentic as possible. We believe we have a lot of messages and gems to share, especially with, you know, younger athletes or anybody that's a fan of sport. So sport sort of is what leads people to our doorstep. And then the conversation, the things that we talk about in real time, I think those messages are important. The way we highlight and put emphasis on our guests, allowing our viewers and our fan base to really hear from our guests. We learn not to overtalk our guests and let them share their messages and their life experiences. And what people take away from it is a person that's not an athlete or not a celebrity, they go, hey, listen, I go through this stuff, but if I see this fan, or this guest or this celebrity going through it, and they're able to talk about it, they're able to be vulnerable and show us that, and we can hear it all, then I'll be okay. So we just try to elevate those conversations and paint certain pictures. Ryan Clark, who you guys recently had on, is amazing as the driver. You know, myself, I look to fill the void. You know, if there's something I believe that's lacking or needs to be touched on, then I'll make sure to bring it up. And our third host, Channing Crowder, Channing's the viral moment guy. He's the comedian, the nutcase, the crazy guy on the show. He's going to say something. He's going to travel around the globe, you know, at light speed. But it's my job to kind of bring Channing back down to the center. And that creates the balance for us. So, you know, much like our mantra, accept it, just move forward, everybody is going to have their pivotal moment in their life. So we just try to highlight that moment.
You play football for so much of your life, and then it's over. Playing football is over.
It's time to pivot.
Yeah, it's time to pivot. I mean, what's that thought process of when it's over? You're like, oh, crap, what am I going to do?
You know what? So you have to put in the preparation and the planning before that moment comes. Some guys never know when that moment's going to come. So, you know, they're just hit with it abruptly. Myself, fortunately, I was able to play for 13 years. So towards the end of my career, as it started winding down, it became, you know, an exciting, it became a competitive moment for me in my mind, like what's to come, the unknown, like that excites me. You know, change excites me. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to be a statistic like most of the guys that retired. Within 3 years of retiring, most guys are, 87% of the guys are either filed for bankruptcy or divorce. I would say, no, it's my challenge not to be one of those guys. So it excited me to be able to pivot and do things to avoid being that. So every guy has a different perspective, but now we're able to, with our platform, be able to share that message with these guys. You know, the young guys come on the show, look, you got to prepare yourself. This is what it's going to be like. That transition is tough, you know, not just financially, but from a mental standpoint, because you go your entire life, people telling you how good you are, you got the fans. When you don't have that stage any longer, what are you going to do? So these are the different thoughts that we try to share with them, so now they can start putting the pieces together.
Have pulled this from the collection?
Uh-oh, that looks like a rookie card right
Yeah,
there.
would you, we're going to record you signing it.
You know, I don't sign rookies.
Okay,
I got to
never
charge
mind.
you for this.
Never mind. Oh, well, hold on. And
Oh, there's the charge.
No, I'm just kidding.
no, there
I'm
it
just
is.
kidding. Anytime I got a black chin strap, that's a rookie card. Or
Is that
from
true?
Yeah, because the league banned the black chin straps after that year. So since '98,
For what reason?
the league reasons.
And who knows?
They didn't give you that reason?
No. You know, but they're a bit more lenient now on a lot of things, and I love it. You know, like the cleat thing.
Yeah.
You know, when they're able to go and get these the cleats
different
cause
cleats.
for your
Yeah.
cleats,
Yeah.
cleats for cause, and then you can see the cancer cleats and the sickle cell, like
Sure.
different reasons why guys wear their cleats and they're able to paint them and get the fans involved. I love that. Back in my day, black, white, whatever the team issue colors were, that's what you were stuck with. And it was plain and boring. The game now is so exciting. It's so fast. They scoring a lot of points. The fans are having a great time. The venues, the stadiums are amazing. So I love it.
We appreciate you stopping by. I think Channing is switching out. He's going to hop up. Is he helping him now? But you have to take this 20 now.
No,
Like, no,
I'm good.
He paid
No,
for it.
you have to.
Fred.
If my signature is only worth $20,
Well,
we got a problem.
we were just using it for our content, but you
Dang.
can,
You know, the 20,
I'll
I
tell
mean,
you what,
Starbucks is
I'll
there.
give this
I'll
to
take it under the table.